This is by far the strangest instrument in my collection, in my possession. I don't even know how did I find this? Hey, it's PK. That's really weird to say out loud. So far it's only really been like my dad calling me that, which is cool, but you know, saying it out loud about myself is very interesting. So this is my first video I've done in a while. You could probably tell because I'm very awkward on camera, but never fear, that will get better. This is kind of coming. What are y'all doing? Sorry, my children. Come here. My daughter is here. Would you like to sit here? Are you in frame? Perfect. This is Mara. She is my child. Or one of them, at least, anyway. So, I guess she will be my correspondent for today. So, I've been very active on Twitter lately. I went and I saw They Might Be Giants for the first time in Portland. Okay, bye. And it was game-changing because I feel like more in tune with my own art. So, I actually want to start, like, getting into making my own art. Again, I've tried to have bands, I've tried to make music so many times as a child, but now that I'm 23, I feel like I can actually do it, and not to crank my own tractor, but do it well this time around. So I'm going to do a little instrument tour, and this is going to be really fun because my friends and oomfies, I don't know what to call you guys, people that I know online. I've been talking about doing an instrument tour because I have so many instruments, basically to the point where, hey, get it. Basically to the point where my mother has taken to calling my collection the Musical Menagerie. And if you did not know, that is the name of my band/musical project, PK, Ronnie, and the Menagerie. We're kind of a band, kind of not. There are people who play instruments in this band. I am one of them. But we are kind of comprised right now of digital instruments. And that's kind of part of the charm, I would say. I don't want to use the word gimmick, but that's part of the charm. I will explain that later. But yes, I wanted to do an instrument tour to show off the menagerie. Most of them have come from my parents' house recently, so I have to do a lot of tooling and making sure that everything is sounding good and that everybody sounds great and that everybody is in one piece. So unfortunately there will not be any like full playing in this video. I will be playing later. There will be music on this channel, I guarantee it, and there will be music, of course, from my digital workstations and things like that. Anything I want to share. I'm working on an EP. There's a lot of fun music things that I'm really excited about, and let's just get started before I start crying about They Might Be Giants. So I'm going to divvy this up into sections of, oh, that's a normal instrument that, you know, somebody has and owns. Kind of going to the middle of, oh, that's a different one. Okay, that good on you for knowing what that is. To, oh my god, what the hell is that? So, and there is going to be a, oh my god, what the hell is that moment. I'm thinking of it right now, and I don't even know how I found this instrument. I got it. All will be revealed. So, guitar. I'm touching the guitar. Who's that playing? Me, it's me. I'm playing the guitar. But it's not my guitar. This is my fiance's guitar. It's a very nice Yamaha. I think it's a student player. Yes. And it was his for a very long time, and he is letting me use it. Because I also have a guitar. So there are two guitars in the menagerie. We do not have an electric guitar yet. I'm trying to see if my father will let me buy his off of him. So far, he has been saying no. So one day, I do want to get a Starcaster. I believe that's it. I get confused between Starcaster and Stratcaster. I believe it's Starcaster, which is like the beginner one, because contrary to popular belief about me, I'm faking it till I make it about the guitar. There's another instrument in this lineup that you will see, two other instruments in this lineup that you'll see where you're like, oh, that makes sense as to why I'm faking it till I make it. Because I never really took formal lessons, but I kind of like fooled around with it. Yeah, I kind of fooled around with it to make sure that like, oh yeah, like I can play a song or whatever, and I can play a song. I can hold a tune, I can hold a rhythm. I know some chords, I know how to bar chord because I have unusually long fingers for no reason. You shouldn't be able to do this. You should not be able to do this. And that's why I like playing guitar. Let's move on. Speaking of, I've got this little thing. I just got it back yesterday from my parents' house. This is one of two ukuleles that I own. Both of them are SpongeBob themed. As you can see, well, Mara just tipped my camera. She is being very silly right now. As you can, okay, third time is the charm. As you can see, the SpongeBob flower clouds are painted on this ukulele. I think, maybe, can you see that? Yes, I know you can see it, Mara. But yeah, I painted these on there when I was in high school. Yes, they match my tattoo. I have a tattoo of the SpongeBob flower clouds. If I could like turn my arm around. I have really weird arms, as you guys will come to learn. If I didn't catch that in the video, I will put a picture up here. Yeah, right there. Anyway, I love SpongeBob. I don't know why I said it like Mrs. Puff. SpongeBob! I love SpongeBob. I've cosplayed SpongeBob a couple of times, and I would bring out ukuleles, and I have my other ukulele is actually my Goofy Goober Wizard staff, I suppose you could say. Wand. So yeah, that's my ukulele. I just tuned it. Oh, now it's out of tune. Anyway, awful. Thus is the life of a musician. Anyway, let's move on. My violins. I have two violins. I feel like Noah in the Ark 2x2. I've got two of almost everything. This is weird. So yeah, the thing about this baby, she has a broken string, and it popped, and I didn't get a chance to fully do anything about it yet. I'm taking her to Violin Center. I wish it was Violin Center. Did you know you can't buy reeds at Guitar Center because people were just stealing them? That's not right. That's not right. Anyway. Hi, welcome back. Mara. Anyway, I have an electric violin. I'm not gonna fully take it out. I have never restrung a violin on my own yet, so that's why I'm being very delicate with her. Ta-da! There we go. I was in a production of Christmas Carol, and a really kind gentleman let me purchase his violins that he used in the show. He used this electric violin, and he was the ghost of Christmas Past. No, that was me. I was the ghost of Christmas Past. He was the ghost of Christmas Present. He was the ghost of Christmas Present, and he did a phenomenal job. I think he is a wonderful and talented actor, and it was very amazing to share the stage with him, and it was also very amazing to bring his violins into my home and make them my violins. So that's one. And then this beauty is also very interesting, where, oh, hi son, you decided to show up. It's purple. It's Orpal. It's Orpal. Very beautiful Orpal violin. I do occasionally play this one. My neighbors, I don't know how my neighbors feel about my music. I take up residence in our little home office. It is not that fancy to be calling it a home office, but it's a home office. Are you done? Are you done? Ladies and gentlemen, Aldrin. He is mooning the camera. Dude, come on, you're on my case. This isn't a place to sit. Do you want to be my correspondent? Here, be my correspondent. There you go. Thank you, buddy. Children. Hi. Sit. Papa squat. Papa squat. Okay, you can sit on me. Video time with Ronnie. Okay, so violins. Now we're going to move a little bit higher on the scale. I'm a little sad because I said a lot of heartfelt stuff. Get out of here! You're for later. I said a lot of heartfelt stuff and it wasn't recording. I feel very sad, but at least I kind of know what to say and I stopped word salading. But I'm word salading right now, so let's just move on. Anyway, this is the next thing that we're actually gonna bring out. That was spoilers. You didn't see anything. Anyway, if you're coming from Twitter, you will recognize this little beauty. This is my clarinet. So a really kind gentleman on Facebook Marketplace was selling his niece's clarinet because he doesn't know how to play, and she just gave it to him when she moved. And so I reached out to him, we talked a little bit about it, and now I'm the proud owner of this Vito accordion. It is a student accordion, just like that guitar is a student guitar. So perfect for me because I don't know how to play the clarinet. I don't know how to play the clarinet. This is a Vito clarinet. It is a student clarinet, and so it's perfect for me because I don't know how to play the clarinet just yet. A really sweet thing that I find is really nice is that my mother used to play clarinet back in her high school band, and I feel a little bit closer to her because of it. I told her that I really wanted to start playing, and she kind of had that like look on her face, but not like the but like the yeah. So I don't have a reed yet for it, so because of the Guitar Center thing, yeah, stop stealing from Guitar Center. Stop stealing, period. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Please, because now I have to try to order reeds online, on not on Amazon, from Guitar Center or from like an actual like music hub. So yeah, my clarinet. I will become Squidward. So now we're moving up on like the bombastic side eye scale. Now we're in that kind of zone where it's like, why do you have that? What is that? What it is a button accordion. It's back. From when you didn't see it earlier, it's back. This thing got me bullied in middle school. Cause imagine, it's what year was I in middle school? Imagine it is 2013, 2014 maybe, let's give it that. Imagine it's 2014 and you're trying to go to school and you're walking around, just had a hard day of homework, and all of a sudden you just hear down the hallway continuously for about like 2 minutes straight. Yeah, I would want to beat myself up too. I didn't get beat up in middle school, but I really would have. Because why? I'll tell you why. When I was 13, or about to be 13, it was the summer before my 13th birthday, very pivotal time. I rediscovered They Might Be Giants for the first time. I had listened to their kids' albums and they really made a big impact on me. Just all the different sounds that could be made that I had no idea existed. I was like, oh my god, this is so good, I need more. And we put the CD onto my little baby MP3 player, Fisher-Price MP3 player. It was really small. It was like as big as my hand at the time. And I would listen to that nonstop. And so one day I was just drawing on my floor and the video that I was watching skipped over, and I heard this voice and I was like, what is that? Why is this bringing back like childhood memories? I've never heard this before. And I looked and it was They Might Be Giants. And I was like, what? Don't they make kids music? I've been listening to that when I was a kid. That was my favorite CD when I was a kid. But no. Little did I know what I was hearing was part of their eons long discography that I had a lot of time to catch up on. And catch up I did, because I spent the rest of my life to this point so far listening to them, enjoying them, being a fan, and I finally got to see them in concert a couple months ago, and it was a dream come true. There was a moment where I was singing, because I sing along to the songs all the time, or I pick out a little spot to sing along with, and I forgot that I wasn't just singing along to them, I was singing along with them. And it was a crazy experience, but now is not the time to talk about it. I'll make a whole separate video on my experiences later, but this was the first of my musical menagerie. I begged my parents for like an accordion in general, and they were like, why? Start here. And I was like, okay. I did a lot of research on concertinas even. I was like, I'll even take a concertina, and they were like, what's the difference? And like I was like, there's a difference. But I started with this little first act button accordion, as you can see. First act Discovery, so that's their like kids line, because first act, like anybody can get a first act, but first act Discovery is like baby zone. It's the Fisher-Price of musical instruments. So yeah, it's really cute. It's very handy. I made it portable. And I love this thing. I love this thing to death. I just got it back home from my parents' house yesterday, along with a couple of other members of the menagerie. And so that's why her bellows are a little creaky, because she's been out of commission for longer than I want to admit. But yeah, I love her. She's great. Yeah. Basically, we have They Might Be Giants to thank for all this. Whatever this is going to be. So, moving on, we're kind of getting more and more up the scale. It's only right to show this next. Yeah, she's a big mamma jamma. Oh, so this is my baby. This is my baby. We did it. So about like 2 years after my button accordion, a good friend of mine, Misa, if you're out there, if you happen to see this video at some point, I don't know if I could ever thank you enough. I know I thanked you so profusely that Kwanzaa night. I got this for Kwanzaa. She gave it to me for Kwanzaa, and I will never forget when she brought out the big suitcase. It was huge. It comes in a suitcase. I opened it for the first time. It felt like that scene from Pulp Fiction where they open up the suitcase and just like glows in their faces. Because here I was. I felt like I was being faced with unimaginable power. Unimaginable power. Because now I was a little bit closer to being like my heroes. So this is Big Boy. This is a Big Boy accordion. Beautiful, beautiful feel. I don't know too much about it. Because when I did get it at the time, I was very inexperienced with like learning about the history behind the specific instruments, not just, oh, the history of accordions, but like, no, where this came from, what these all mean. So I don't know too much about it, and I'm doing a lot of research. Unfortunately, all the accordion masters in my area have gone to the great bandstand in the sky, so there's nobody really around to ask about it. I can post a photo on like r/accordions or something, and maybe somebody might be able to help, but so far right now not much is known about her. But she's beautiful. Her bellows still work. They sound amazing. I recently just got her back from my parents' house too. I asked them to bring it over, I think on Father's Day. I was like, hey, since you guys are coming over, Ryan handed me that giant suitcase underneath my desk, and they were like, yeah, what is in that? And I opened it up and they were like, oh no! So yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love to play it. I need a back strap for it. If you've never seen the back of an accordion, I will spin her around. Lois, spin around. Oh, hi. I didn't mean to jolt you there. But yeah. Beautiful padding to rest up against me. Beautiful. I think they're actual leather. I'm not sure. Like I said, not much is known about this beauty, but straps for my arms, another strap here for my other hand so that I can play the bass buttons. And yeah, everything feels amazing. There's not a lot of, if any, damage. Like, it's in great shape. I don't need alone time with my accordion, I promise. But yeah, her suitcase is always nice. It has a place of honor in our home office. So yeah, there she is. Mwah, I love her. Millennial pause. Anyway, before I move on to the, what is that? I have some runners-up. So you probably have seen this type of little guy before. This is an automaton. I can turn it on. If you've ever seen like a real Sully G video, that's this little guy. He was a birthday gift from myself to myself. Mainly because I really wanted to annoy my friends. Well, I was at we went to Disney, and I got this in the Japan pavilion at Mitsukoshi, and I was like, I cannot wait to play this thing and just around the park at you guys. I didn't open it up until we got back to the hotel room where I tortured them there. But I love this little guy. It's in the color accordion. Oh, why do I keep wanting to say accordion? It's in the color unicorn. I'm not crazy. I swear I'm not obsessed with my accordion. It's in the color unicorn. It's in the color unicorn. So yeah, it's very pretty. I like the colors. I really enjoy the way that it looks. It's a little stiff for my liking. Anytime I see like a video, I always imagine that it's like simple, but you gotta put a little force into it. Meow. Yeah, I speak your language. Anyway, next up, my fiance got me this. It is a kalimba. A kalimba's not as weird as an automaton, but you know, I'm not ranking them in this little segment, but yeah. If you ever like listen to those like Minecraft music to go to sleep videos like I do, Minecraft music for sleeping or studying has gone like triple platinum in my bedroom because I'm going to sleep. I love that video. I play it for my students to get them to go to sleep. It works on both of us. It's very impactful, but yeah, it's a cute little cherry blossom. I like it. I really love it. It's nice and hefty. I'm holding the case, but you guys saw it. It's nice and hefty, has great weight, has great shape and sound.
Okay, media will play more softly.
Huh? I also have two kalimbas, so I can say that I prefer a wooden one, but this sounds really incredible. Okay. Time to get into the weird zone. We're entering the twilight zone. Okay. Some weird stuff's coming up. So, this may look familiar to you if you know, dabble in these kinds of things. Makes me sound like I'm talking about drugs. Illicit instrument dealing. I have a melodica. It's not a honer. I would love to have a honer, just like Flans. I asked him. I actually went on the Tumblr and I asked him. I was like, hey, what drew you to the instrument, and like just about his melodica, and he said that he didn't really like playing it, and I was like, oh, cause I got into the melodica because of him. So I was like, oh wow. But what was really cool was that he told me, well, he told us because he was speaking to the Tumblr, but he was answering my question. Anyway, he told me that he turned the melodica sounds into an auto harp, which is actually like really like cool, and I think, you know, I might fiddle around with that, but yeah, something like that. It's very good, gives a nice soulful sound. Yeah, I know, I'm making weird noises. I would love to do a cover of Snowball in Hell, because I know those two notes. I'd have to figure it out. Are you my next instrument? Oh, hi buddy. You're so sweet. He's bunting. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. My melodica, it's a Stag, which I believe it's a decent brand. It's not a honer. It's not a honer. Though somebody in my area is selling a honer like for $15. So next time you might see me rocking 2 accordions. The damn accordions. 2 melodicas! Like that one picture of Flans where he's playing 2 trumpets. I got 2 melodicas. One for the left and one for the right. Anyway, let's move on to what I think is the strangest creature in the menagerie. Get ready. Fair warning. This is a beast I have not yet been able to master. I fear no man, but this thing scares me. In 2017, Yamaha asked a question to the world. What if you made an instrument shaped like a recorder, plays like a recorder, but sounds like a saxophone? And Yamaha's answer to this question was the Vinova. Little is known to me about the Vinova, and at the time when I purchased the Vinova, I did not yet understand its power. It is a woodwind instrument. There is a reed back there. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm not too familiar with woodwind instruments or reeded instruments for that matter. As you can see, I did try playing it earlier. You can see my lipstick on my reed. I only put it back in the case because for dramatic effect. But anyway, that's besides the point. I still don't know how to play this thing. And yet, because I love the saxophone, and I do not yet have a saxophone in my arsenal, I am dying to learn this thing. I have become lightheaded over trying to play this thing. And I know you're supposed to put your teeth on it, but that's all I can do. That's all I can muster right now. Nothing. I will conquer this beast. It's so lightweight. It's like, it's so lightweight. I love it. I want to conquer it, but by golly gosh, it's tough. I'm watching a lot of different videos on it. I want to be able to add some like jazziness to some of the pieces that I'm making, and until I can get my hands on a saxophone, the Vinova sounds like it's gonna be perfect, because whenever I listen to somebody playing the Vinova, it sounds pretty much darn near like a saxophone. I'm like, wow, that's actually really good. So we will see where this gets us, but it's like alien technology. It's like, should I be touching this, if you know what I mean? Like, that's some weird stuff, guys. That's strange stuff. It's really cool though, but it's weird as hell if you ask me. And that's why it's in the menagerie, because it's strange. I have this. I have a glockenspiel that I can't show yet because I have to rescue it from the depths of my parents' house. I've been going on rescue missions for instruments every now and then. But yeah, this is by far the strangest instrument in my collection, in my possession. I don't even know how did I find this? I don't even know if I just looked up like weird instrument and got this. I mean, they were right. Yeah. Anyway. Goodbye. Creature. I love my things, can't you tell? I have one last instrument for you. I have my Arturia microlab. it's a MIDI controller. If you don't know what a MIDI controller is, it's basically a virtual instrument that allows you to play any type of instrument that you need readily available. And I'm learning how to do a lot of different things because sometimes I don't have access or even the knowledge yet to be able to make a sound or make the perfect drum beat. As you can see, I do not have drums with me. I know a drummer and I'm trying to get her for my band, but I don't have drums. So if I could just go and make drums, I will make drums that way. I'm learning how to use Ableton. Ableton is its own beast in its own right, and it scares me, but I enjoy it. This beautiful instrument is very handy. I looked up what type of MIDI controller I should be using, because there are some that are like ultra powerful that have like whole stations with buttons and screens, but as you can see, she's only got 4 buttons. She's got 2 sliders here, nice array of keys, not too much, not too little. Everything's all nice, very compact, very light. I could throw it if I wanted to at you. And yeah, I really like it. Arturia, not sponsored. Gosh, if I was sponsored by Arturia, that'd be crazy. I would. Anyway, but yeah, it's very nice. I've really enjoyed learning how to use this. If I don't have access to something, you know, if I remember a melody, I'm like, oh yeah, I just and bam, I save it to my phone. I use Korg Gadget. I used emphasis on the used Logic Pro, but Logic Pro kept crashing my iPad, so I had to stop using Logic Pro. Whole nother story. Maybe I should talk about that. I'll talk about my experiences with Logic Pro. But it worked beautifully with all of them. I really like this little gadget. There's the microlab, and then there's the macrolab, and then there's the other ones that have other really long names that I don't know off the top of my dome. But yeah, there she is. This is the most recent edition. I purchased it last month, and I have been really enjoying it. So thank you, Arturia, for not sponsoring this video. But yeah, I think that's a perfect one to end on because it kind of encapsulates the core of my music, is that I am not going to label it as being one specific type of music. It's all encompassing. There's going to be sounds from country, there's going to be sounds from rock, there's going to be sounds from pop. Like one of my other dream instruments is the banjo. I want to add some banjo in there. That'll be so much fun. And I want to make fun music. Even if it's like the content isn't really that fun, I want to make it fun. I want to be like, yeah, dance along. But if you're listening, you're listening. Because it's enjoyable to me. I want to make music because for the love of the game. Okay, I'm not looking to make bank, make billions, get that paper. What I don't care. Because, I mean, I'm not in it to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I've seen what fame does to people, and it's icky and gross, and it makes me feel sad. But if there's an audience for it, it will find its audience. Because think about it this way. Even if you get 10 streams, that's 10 people that listen to the song. You don't even know if they liked it or not, but that's 10 people. 10 more than just yourself. 10 more people than just yourself listened to this thing that you made. And if 10 people like it, that's 10 people who said, yes, this thing that you made was very good. I enjoyed it. That's great. And who knows, maybe one of those 10 people will play it in the car for their friend, and their friend will be like, ooh, what's this? And Shazam it, and bam, now you have another person. It's not about the numbers, but if you put it into perspective like that, that's crazy. You shouldn't look at the numbers, but if you do look at the numbers, think about that. That's like 10 people coming up to you in person being like, hey dog, that was fire. You should be proud of yourself for that. You should really feel proud of yourself for that. And I saw not to drag this out, but I saw this video, I saw this tweet where they were like, oh, if you shouldn't be releasing 15 plus song albums if you only got 500 monthly listeners. I'm like, 500 monthly listeners? And you shouldn't put out a 15 song album? That's 500 people walking up to you and saying, hey, I listened to your song. That's insane. That's not normal. That's not a normal thing that everybody goes through. So no matter if you have 500, or 5 billion, that's still cool, and you should do whatever you want, because you can do whatever you want for the rest of your life. You can do whatever you want for the rest of your life. And, you know, what do you have to say about that? Yep, he agrees. Do whatever you want for the rest of your life. It's going to be fun, and you're not going to regret it. As long as it's within moral constraints. Please, God, let it be within moral constraints. Everything is going to be fine. We're going to have a great time. This has been a roller coaster of emotions making this video. I have no idea how long it is even going to be. But, yeah. This is going to be awesome. I will see you later. What? Why did I plug this?